So now we're going to go into a testimonial on managing remote teams and enhancing customer service from Aaron Thomas, owner of GearBrokers.com, a local e-commerce electronics distribution site. Aaron, are you ready?
Yep, am I on?
Take it away.
Okay, so my name is Aaron Thomas. I own Gear Brokers LLC. We actually just recently celebrated our 5th year in business. We are a tech hardware e-commerce company. We sell IT asset that has proven to be difficult for major distributors to move. Our goal is to solve problems simultaneously for both the company that is trying to find a way to move products that they're struggling with, and then sell that product and obviously profit from it. It literally is anything except home appliances because they just take up too much space in the warehouse. But televisions, laptops, desktops, monitors, printers, servers, switches, anything that can be plugged in, we have the potential to carry it. So I was in the Scale Up KC program with Jill when the pandemic struck, and the experience allowed me to reallocate our workflow and put new project management practices into place. Those processes provided a better communication level between my employees as both co-workers and my employees with our customers. My employees that went remote really decided to hone in on productivity and two-way communication with each other. They knew off the bat that my fear with going remote was that the quality of work would suffer. I think as a business owner, we all kind of have, if you don't have remote employees already, having a team that's on site, day to day, 5-6 days a week, and then all of a sudden they say, hey, you have to send, 3/4 of your team home. My worry was, man, is our social structure going to break down? Are we going to see work suffer? Are we going to have angry customers? All these fears went through my head. I actually got back from my honeymoon and the plane hit at MCI, and I turned on my cell phone. And the first text I got was from my general manager saying, Quentin Lucas is closing down Jackson County. We have till Tuesday to figure out how to send most everybody home. And that was a level of surprise that I've never felt in my life, and shock. So I really leaned on what I was learning in Scale Up, and leaned on our coaches and leaned on our peers. And what we found out was that because all of my employees that went remote, they felt that hesitation from me. They knew what was coming, and they kind of sought to prove that they could do this, both because they want to see the company that they get a check from succeed, but also because I think they wanted to continue to work remotely when things normalize, and they have succeeded. They have gone beyond my expectation for working remotely. And I learned as a business owner that if you give people the tools and you give the people the resources, and sometimes just trust them to, be intelligent human beings, they will come through with flying colors, and everybody did, and I couldn't be happier. So when we put new management, new project management structures into place, I also became really hyper-focused on seeing and buying hardware from distributors that was more conducive to the needs of the consumers who were forced into a work and or learn from home experience, just like we were. Everybody around the country was experiencing this at the same time. And we said, hey, we have a warehouse full of these products that people need in order to do the work from home, in order to do the school from home. So we went through identifying specifically what these products were. We did everything from dropping prices, incentivizing it in any way to get customers to pick them up. And in March, when this thing affected us, we couldn't keep up. Like, I had to hire people to help with shipping. We had to bring people from, marketing roles into shipping to help us just box stuff up. It kind of went crazy overnight. And I think in some part, we learned what our limits were as a business very quickly. As putting these new workflow into place and learning what our limits were as a company, both of those things allowed us to identify pain points that we needed to work through as a company to be able to handle increase in volume. With this in mind, increasing our efficiencies and productivity, we went up within the first 2 quarters of the year by 14.6% over 2019. In 2019, we were up over 2018. This last month in July, after fully realizing all of the new workflow processes and a more focused buying process, we saw an increase in July's gross sales by 34%. Working through these pain points, hiring a couple more employees, keeping in mind my staff we're up to 11 people. We don't have 40 people in a warehouse. We're at 11. So when we added 3, it made a massive difference. I've been able to pay monthly bonuses to employees, which has helped create a more positive energy and an increase in momentum. The quality of work has gotten better. Workers seem happier. Our customers seem more satisfied with their overall experience. And this is all amidst a global pandemic that is stressing out all of us. And I, as a business owner, this is when I decided to take on the life of Sisyphus and push a boulder up a mountain, and from now until whenever I stop doing this, this is what I did it for. This is what I'm living for, and it's exciting. One particular efficiency was our communication with online customers. The biggest change we made over workflow, over management reallocation, we approached every interaction with a customer knowing that e-commerce can be a very unsocial interaction. We wanted to create that interpersonal communication experience. So we approached every single communication as if the customer knew more and was more savvy than we were. We let them lead the discussion. We let them lead the interaction. We all know how frustrating that a couple negative reviews online can be for e-commerce businesses. So we let the customer lead. When we did, we were able to make happy customers happier, but we also took some negatives, turned them into positives. When we turned a negative into a positive interaction for a customer, they actually became loyal to us. We saw our retention go up, and we saw an increase in the amount of money that those individual customers would spend. And usually we also noticed in tech hardware, the people who were angry were the people who did know. They were the IT providers. They were the B2B guys that were selling their product forward and installing it at a hospital or installing it at a high school. Those guys knew, and when they were mad and we were able to fix that scenario, they're loyal, and now they call us before even going online. They call my GM and say, hey, what do you have? I need this. And we're able to fill that for them. And if we can't, we can go find it. So we've seen added benefits besides put stuff online and sell it. We've actually seen loyalty as a response to the simple way we just communicate with people. A lot of this has been about just managing customers' expectation and then working to exceed their normal expectation.
Well, thank you, Aaron. I really appreciate that. You are passionate and an excellent story. So thank you for coming along today.